Alright, so I'm going to be doing another super boss build for Xenoblade Chronicles X. This time I'm going to be fighting Gradivus the Headless Emperor, who is a significantly lower level super boss than a lot of the other ones I fought, but he has a lot of other things that make him challenging. This build's also going to be different from the other builds that I have done in the past, in that this is going to be a topple locking build rather than a resistance stacking build, so it'll be a bit interesting to see something a bit different. Because this as well, Gradivus isn't really feasible to stack resistances against in a normal sense, so I will not be providing in the description things that would be required to fight him, because the way you fight him is, in general, very different than you would fight someone like Farsis or Telethia. So, getting into my gear, I'm going to be using a sniper rifle shield build, with the majority of my DPS coming from the sniper rifle. I'm just stacking ranged attack up because I'm not going to be using too many TP arts, and Slayonet is going to be my primary damage dealer. I do have a bit of potential up though for Afterburner. The shield doesn't really matter, but you do want an Ether Sniper Rifle. Aside from that, you just want to have a bunch of resistance reducer. I have effectively 4 resistance reducer 20 gems. You can probably get by with 3, but whenever I was doing testing with 3, sometimes Gradivus would still resist the topple, so I'm just running 4 to be safe. Aside from that, the resistances don't really matter for this build, like I said, so just, yeah, the attributes on the gear matters more. So next thing, I will show my arts. So for my aura, I'm going with Ghost Sniper. This boosts critical chance, ranged accuracy, and TP with criticals. This helps with TP economy and critical. Having higher critical chance just makes it so that I'm doing more damage, which is always helpful. Eagle Eye, range accuracy up, range attack up, always helpful for a ranged build. Hawkeye grants critical power. With Ghost Sniper, it's pretty good. Mindstorm grants potential up. This will help increase the damage of Afterburner. Wild Down is my topple art. Slayonet is my ranged art of choice. Afterburner, another ranged DPS art that I can also be using for building overdrive count. And then Intercept, which inflicts stun, which is helpful for topple locking. So the way that stun works in this game is that if an enemy is toppled and you inflict them with stun, they will not be able to... The topple time will pause until the stun timer is over. So that's always nice. And skills, the most important skill here is Long Topple. It extends topple duration by 5 seconds, which almost doubles the time. Other than that, just kind of the usual stuff. Secondary Accelerator, Core Crusher, and I'm just running boosted bullets to further boost the damage of Slayonet. Inner Search could probably be a good skill to have as well, but I'm personally just preferring boosted bullets. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get into the build, or get into the fight. So when you're using a topple locking build for Gradivus, you want to topple him while he's in the process of standing up, because otherwise Minosaur class enemies fall down whenever you topple them, and if you chain topple him while he's already toppled, he will progressively move further and further to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and just open up a topple and start the overdrive. I am running overdrive count up augments, which is why I am able to build overdrive count so quickly. I would like to inflict stun. I accidentally clicked while down there, but you can see he moves very far over to the side whenever you do that. So that's something that you do want to be avoiding. I'm going to go ahead and wait for him to get up now, and I'll go ahead and refresh the topple. And I'm almost at max overdrive count, so I'm going to go ahead and get my aura as well as some buffs up, and then start doing damage. Slayonet does more damage in melee combos, but having the correct colored art palette or overdrive count is more important. If you can combo it out of Mindstorm, it's still worthwhile to do that. You do get a reasonable increase in damage. But overall, I would worry more about the color of the arts palette rather than getting the melee combo. Yeah. Just make sure you keep the buffs up. My damage is a little bit lower than normal. Yeah. It was a little bit low there for a minute. I'm not quite sure why. Hopefully I can get this topple off. Cool. You have to be quick on the retopple, otherwise he will start attacking. And once you get him to a certain point and he enrages, he will become immune to topple. So you have to keep topple up on him and be pretty quick on it so that that does not happen. And purple arts are always a good way to manage your TP, so something to always keep in mind. I clicked it too early. So I'm just going to go ahead and let him get up and refresh the topple. And just keep going with the damage. Let him get up and refresh the topple. To this afterburn, I think I'm going to go ahead and once again just refresh the topple. Stun off. I think I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my buffs after this. Yeah. Topple. Something else that's worth noting is that you can see that stun is being inflicted at level 5. If you hit an enemy that's already inflicted with a certain level debuff, in this case 5, with another debuff of the same level, so if I hit him with another 5, it can go up to a debuff of level 6. If this happens, this is both good and bad. Higher level debuffs are usually better, but the thing about having a higher level debuff is they can't be overridden by a lower level debuff, which means that you'll have to wait for the debuff to end before you can re-inflict it. So in this case, if I were to get up to level 6 stun on him, I would have to wait for stun to wear off before I could re-inflict it instead of re-inflicting halfway through. And one more afterburn should finish this. And there we go. So that was Gradivus the Headless Emperor with the sniper rifle shield build. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.